Okay. So tonight, Kelsey and I were talking about the call, and we were like, "Oh my goodness, it's April 11. Um, May is sneaking up on us, and so we just thought tonight would really be a good night to sort of, kind of really hone in on what your goal is, for Diamond, and kind of talk about how to reverse engineer that. We don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed at any point or like we're trying to rush you at all. We really just know that the more momentum you can continue in your business, whatever that looks like, whatever you have to give your business right now, the more that it's going to continue to sort of, evolve. Your business will continue to evolve at that pace. And so the reason that, a few months ago, Janelle did a video and she just said, when it kind of starts to take you around a year to get to Diamond, you almost start losing coaches faster than you're gaining coaches. So that's really what we want to prevent. We want you to continue to have that momentum moving forward so that you don't feel like you're kind of taking 3 steps forward and, 2 steps back all the time. So, one thing that we've talked about a lot is just how important it really is to have the belief in yourself. I think it's really good to have a goal, to actually pick a date and say, okay, by this date, I'm going to be Diamond. And that probably will scare the crap out of you, but that's okay because it'll push you. And even if you don't hit the goal, it's still going to push you like faster than if you're like, oh, I'll hit it by the end of the year. You know what I mean? So like if you set kind of a lofty goal, push yourself, even if you don't quite get there, you're still going to get further along than if you had just totally like pushed it way far out. But with that said, I really think the most important piece in this whole puzzle is just believing in yourself. And believing that you do have what it takes. That belief piece is so, so, so big. And a lot of the times, Kelsey and I believe in you probably more than you believe in yourselves right now, because you're still at that point where it's like there's so much uncertainty and there's so much ahead of you. But we've been where you're at. We know that you can get through the stuff that we've gotten through. And, once you continue to reach your goals, it just gets to be more and more exciting. But I do think it starts with just that decision to say, okay, I'm going to draw a line in the sand. I'm going to hit this goal, whether it's Diamond or whether it's Emerald or whether it's, Success Club for the next 3 months, whatever your goal is that's going to move your business forward, just to be really like confident that, yes, I'm going to do all that I can, and knowing that, not all of this is in your control. But just to continuously control the controllable, do your part, and then trust the timing will kind of work itself out. So Kelsey, do you want to jump in a second and add anything that you had on your mind about that?
No, I think belief is probably the biggest piece of the puzzle. I think you have to believe in yourself and in this opportunity more than anything. Like before it happens, like you have to believe 100% that this opportunity is amazing and that you're giving people a gift. Because if you don't believe that, other people will sense that. And I think those 2 pieces are huge. I love that. Thank you, Amber.
Yeah. So, I guess I would love to hear, and then towards the end of this call, we're going to talk about building an email list, because I just think it's something that we all need to kind of keep on our radar. As social media is constantly changing, and we always know how we can communicate with our people at a second's notice. So we'll talk about that at the end. But for the middle here, I just want to kind of open it up to you guys. And, if you're brave enough, or if you feel like you want to, if you can kind of share what your goals are right now for your business. And you're not going to sound silly. We're not going to like judge you if you don't hit them. But I think there's a lot of power in just verbally saying, like, this is the goal that I have, and this is when I want to hit it by. And don't compare yourselves to other people. Like, you don't have to run your business at any certain pace comparatively to the next person. But just to kind of say, yes, this is what I'm working toward, let's say through the end of May. and then tell us kind of, what you're excited about that's kind of going well for you, what you need to kind of tweak. One thing that Kelsey and I do a lot in our diamond calls, maybe that would be the best way to do this, is, kind of share your goal for the end of the month of May, but then we do this acronym called ACT. So we share accomplishments, celebrations, and then tweaks. So, what's one accomplishment that you're really proud of that's happened the last week or so? What's something that you want to celebrate? And then what is something in your business that you're struggling a little bit with and that you want to tweak? So we'll just do like popcorn style here. I'll popcorn it over to Carla, and then I'll let her popcorn it from there until we get through everyone. You guys can pick on each other.
All right. Well, I have kind of lofty goals for April, and I think Kelsey, you had put it out there in a post on April the 1st about where we wanted to be for Success Club, as well as the number of personally sponsored coaches that we wanted to sign up. And so, Amber, I kind of drew a line in the sand a couple months ago of where I wanted to be as far as rank. And my goal is to be diamond at the end of the month. So that translates to 8 personally sponsored coaches. And that number is frightening. And I am working diligently on it daily. And so as far as like accomplishments, to go with the acronym, and I'm sorry, Amber, what was the second one with ACT?
So it's accomplishments, celebrations.
Okay, thank you. So with accomplishments, I have got a couple people, 2 people signed up for the 7-day Shakeology sampler that's starting on Monday, because I feel like that's always constantly kind of feeding my pipeline for challenge pack selling as we draw to the end of the month and prepare for the following month. And so I finalized 2 orders with those. I got someone on Shakeology home direct yesterday that was the result of the 7-day sampler that we finished at the end of March. And I'm now working on some additional coaches as well as challengers. So that was the accomplishments. So I guess the celebration was getting yet another person on home direct with Shakeology. And I'm sorry, Amber, I should have written this down. T.
Sorry to put you on the spot and be the first one. It's tweaks.
Tweaks. Okay. So tweaks, I've been struggling a little bit with just work being a little bit crazy. I know I had talked to you. My work kind of goes, and I know this sounds really strange, but I work in healthcare. And so I know other folks can probably relate to this, but it gets really nutty. And so work has been really crazy right now. So I'm trying to still put enough time that I need to in the business the past few days to make sure that I'm still moving forward. So I've been on a big follow-up streak. Kelsey's video that she did yesterday was spot on, but I'm still having to kind of tweak the way that I'm following up for those folks that are not responding to, those few messages that I have out there that they had interest, but they haven't put their order through. So I'm still kind of tweaking how I'm doing that to make sure that I'm finalizing those orders as we prepare for that 7-day Shakeology sampler, as well as the next challenge group, because I know I want to hit Success Club 18 by the end of the month and 8 new personally sponsored coaches. And I am close to Success Club 6. It's at 4 right now. And so I need to keep moving forward because it's the 11th. So I'm on target or just slightly behind, but I need to keep moving forward. And so I will go ahead and popcorn it over to my fellow roommate for the weekend, Jessie.
I didn't want you to pick me.
I'm sorry. I love you.
So I just have to go through the ACT part? Okay. I'm talking right now. Sorry. Talk to Dad.
Good.
I need to talk with you.
Can you come back to me?
Sure. Let me popcorn it over to Lane.
Hi guys. All right. So, I think that one of my goals we were talking about by the end of May, right? Okay. I am having a really hard time reaching Emerald. So I have it on my calendar for this month to try and hit that by the end of the month, by April. And so that's something that's been really, really hard for me with my warm market. I think I've shared with some of you ladies that it's just not going well with my warm market. One of my accomplishments though this month is I sold my first challenge pack. So I'm really excited about that. I'm celebrating connecting with people. Kelsey's templates and live video yesterday really, really helped me out. So I'm connecting with a lot of people, even though it's no's, and I'm still getting answers back using those templates, and they've been ignoring me for weeks. So it's still really nice to have people say yes, not now, or still express their interest or thank me for thinking of them. So that's just one thing that I'm focusing on. Is it's still about connecting and building those relationships. And then tweaks. I really need to figure out what I'm going to be doing. I have not started inviting coaches yet. I still don't really know how to do that. Again, my warm market is difficult. That's why I haven't hit Emerald, I think. So I really need to, get up the guts to just hunker down and really figure out who I want to invite. Kind of pertaining to those lists that Kelsey wanted us to make about what we're looking for in coaches. I haven't made those yet because it scares me. It's super scary to me. So thanks, ladies. Thanks for the chat. That's awesome. So that's what I need to tweak, is to really buckle down and figure out how I'm going to get coaches on board. All right. Let's pop it over to Angela.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay? So I'm still trying to shoot for diamonds now. Right now I have 4 coaches, but kind of struggling because a couple of them have gone inactive. So trying to get them to see the benefit of Shakeology and just, get back on board with that and do drinking consistently. Couple accomplishments that I've had this week. I did get someone to sign up that I've been talking with for the last couple months about Shakeology. She signed up for the Home Direct, so that was exciting. And then I have 2 other people who are interested in jumping into my next challenge group and signing up for a couple of the All Access Challenge packs. The fact that they dropped it down to the $160 price has been really encouraging for a lot of people. A lot of the biggest no's I get are just because it's too expensive. And so by dropping it down from the $199 to $160, it seems like I've had a lot more people interested, which helps. I kind of struggle a lot with the price. That's kind of a big thing. So it's trying to reach out to these people and getting them to see the value of just the products that we offer, and how being in a support group and challenge group really does help so much to have these people help reach their goals. And I struggle too with the balance. I have 4 kids at home and I work outside of the home part-time too. So it's kind of finding these pockets of time, it's time to coach and, work on the challenge group, but yet reach out to people. And, it's just kind of that whole time commitment that I'm trying to work with right now and figure out a good balance. I end up staying up really, really late a lot of nights. Sometimes I'm not getting the kids to bed till, the baby goes to bed at 9 o'clock sometimes. So it's then me staying up till midnight and trying to, get all this stuff done. And then I'm up early in the morning. And so it's really trying to find the most efficient way to kind of finish everything up and get everything done in a good time. But a celebration to kind of jump around is that I've had a lot of people message me and just say how encouraging I've been and inspiring, and they like seeing my posts. So on the days that I feel like I'm struggling with trying to come up with content, or, feel like I'm not getting anywhere, there's been quite a few months here now that I'm struggling to even hit success of 5. So by just hearing that people are motivated, and I know that people are watching, even if they're not commenting and liking, does help quite a bit to keep me positive and keep me going. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm still pushing ahead and putting a lot of work in and hoping to hit diamond here. So kind of where I'm at. So why don't we jump back over? I'll popcorn it over to Amanda.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was another Amanda on here. So, okay. Okay, so let's see. I would have to say, okay, accomplishments. I have a coach that I had that was really, really very active last year, and she just actually is back in it again. And so that's really encouraging to, you know, to get her to get back in it again. And she's like been posting a lot lately. I have people contacting her, and so that's really awesome because she was close to Diamond, and then she had a baby, you know, life happened or whatever, and so she ended up even dropping back to coach. So now she's like working her way back to Emerald, and she's really close. And so I'm excited for her. So that was a real big accomplishment, I think, just trying to encourage her that she can do this, and she can. And so so that was really cool. And let's see. I was trying to write this down while everybody was talking. Celebrations. Let's see. I have actually somebody that I've been talking to for a while, for like 8 or 9 months, and they just joined my challenge group this week, and they are going to be signing as a coach on Friday. So I hope that comes through, but I talk to her daily and she's crazy excited, so I'm really excited. So that will be another coach, you know, on my side. So that's awesome. I have 3 coaches right now that are inactive, and then my husband needs to go Emerald, but he's 1 coach away. So I'm getting close, I'm getting there, and it's hard sometimes because you'll be like 3 steps ahead. Sorry guys. And then all of a sudden you're like 4 steps back, but it's okay. So I'm just, you know, every day doing what I need to do, but anyway, but the struggles would be, oh, I love you. The struggles would be time, you know, because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I have all the kids at home with me every day, all 4 of them, all day long, you know, so I have to find those little pockets of time, and it's tough. And there's a lot of days where I just don't, it's really tough. I have my phone and I run around, so I need to, I guess in regards to tweaks, I need to figure out a way more to manage my pockets, because it's hard to manage them, you know, because I literally have my phone and I run and I'm doing what I have to do, and I have my phone here and I'll post or I'll, you know, do whatever. So that's been really my biggest struggle, because that's tough. But yeah, and I also, this has helped. I have 3 inactive coaches, and so I decided to send out a message to all my coaches, and I said that I wanted to do a coach only 3-day refresh. So if anybody was interested, let me know. And actually the 3 inactive coaches all responded, and so they all want to do it. So if they go ahead and get that would make them active again, which would be amazing, because that would get me closer to Diamond. So it's really cool, you know, and I think it was a great way to get them in it, you know, again, because they're just discount coaches. So, but it was really neat to get them involved because they love working out and everything. So that's really helped. So I hope that works out too, but they're all interested. So I'm hoping they all come, you know, active in the next month. So that would be great. But yeah, I actually have a really big struggle real quick before I popcorn it, is that I can't get I don't know if anybody's had this issue, but I am not getting any respond emails back from anybody. And I actually was getting concerned, and I tested it today, and I asked another one of my coaches, I said, look, I'm going to email you and you respond to me, and you know, I want to see if you're getting it, you know? And I sent her an email. She got it. She responded to me, but it never showed up in my inbox. So I did it opposite. I switched it, and I did it the other way around. And okay. And she got mine. She got my response. So she's getting the emails, but I'm not receiving them. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to call Coach Relations or something and figure out what's going on, because I sent over 11 different emails back a couple days ago, and I haven't had any kind of responses at all. So it made me think, what's going on? And so, so now I'm realizing that I'm not receiving anything. So I don't know. So I need to figure that out on my part. But I don't know if anybody else has ever had that problem, but I'm having that problem right now. So, but besides that, I think that's it. And I'm gonna popcorn it to Christy.
Hi. So I just did these ACT acronym with Kelsey and a couple other coaches the other day, but so I was like, I already just did this, but they've already changed. Does that happen a lot? Like in the last 4 days? I'm like, they're all different. So my goals, I don't know, that's kind of tricky because I have so many, but I guess obviously going diamond tomorrow would be great. But through the end of May, I guess I can't I would love to be more specific, but I just have so many things going on. My goals actually were Success Club 20 and for coaches for this month. So I'll just kind of go with that. As far as the end of May, I'm not sure. So I set some pretty lofty goals and I'm close. I should be at Success Club 12 soon, and I have 3 coaches. So I've been working my little booty off. My accomplishments for this month, I've been really working hard on a new coach university. I have enough coaches technically on my legs. And so I've just been kind of recently struggling with how, and I've talked to Kelsey about this for forever, but how to encourage them and how to train them. So that's kind of been my new mission, is not to be there for them all the time and run with the ones that are willing, and just kind of give them good, solid info to, kind of lean on. But I feel like we just started one Monday and it's going really well. I feel like I put a lot of work into it, screening some videos and making stuff. So I'm really proud of that. But I'm always just tweaking. So that's kind of just something that I'm super proud of because it took forever to do. Celebrations. I don't know, what celebrations? I have 2 coaches that have Success Club points this month. I would say that's a celebration for me because I don't know, sometimes I just struggle with that. And then my tweaks would be my work hours. My work hours have been really kind of sucky lately. We had spring break here last week, so my kids were on spring break, which if that's any way how this summer is going to go, I'm going to need help. It was out of control. It was bad. So I need to think ahead and work on my work hours. But I would say I like to hit Success Club early. So the end of the month, so the end of March, my work hours were kind of out of control because I was just connecting with every single person I could even think of. And then the first week of April, I'm just kind of out of control. Just on the week, the whole weekend, I was just pushing. So I got a little out of control with my hours. So getting my work hours back focused is what I need to do, and planning my posts better. That kind of got out of control with spring break also. And I hate the feeling that it's Tuesday and I wish it was Friday because I have my brain is scattered. So I guess that's all. I will popcorn it to Amanda Dawson.
All right. I guess I'm unmuted. I don't know how to. Gosh, I'm on my phone, y'all. Okay, let's see. All right. Hey, everyone. Okay, I have some awesome accomplishments. I'm really excited because a lot of those messages that I've previously done, all those private messages, they have come through. kind of like all in a cluster, which is something I really hope for like in the future as well, that all, like if I'm consistent with those private messages, that it's going to come through. Like at some point it's going to come through. And sure enough, some of them have. And so celebrate for me, a family member signed up for the BOD All Access, and I have 2 more going to be signing up, well, prayerfully, and hopefully they stick to this. They're going to be signing up as well. So I just have to get like little things, like one of them has to get me as their coach or whatever, but that's okay. It's going to work out. And then, so like, I'm excited about my, those private messages showing up, and, coming through. And then I would say, let's see, I have like more responses from IG stories and messenger stories. So I'm really excited about that too, because, just being consistent with posting that and sharing, my workouts or whatever I'm doing throughout the day, I'm having random people just like, okay, I think I want to sign up, like, or like, just asking more questions, and I'm getting more responses. So I would find being really consistent with those, like that Snapchat type of thing, like that quick story where they're connecting with you. I absolutely love that, because I actually do that a lot more than going live. It just works better for me. And so that's really cool. And then I wrote all this down just now. I was really excited because one of the things that I have a goal is to turn my discount coaches into those who want to run the business. So today I did actual chats with 2 girls who are under me as coaches and who are active, like, getting their Shakeology and, being consistent with their workouts. And I talked to both of them about, taking it a step further and to maybe wanting to do the business. And one of them, I said we had a lot of nurses on our team, which we do. Kelsey, I used you. I was like, oh God, she's just had twins, and, she retired from her job. So I was all like, pumping you up. But I was telling her that she doesn't have to, be full blown 100%, like coaching it being full time. So like, I gave her other options. So that was really cool that she was wanting to be in our team page. So I'm actually going to welcome her. Hopefully I get everything together tonight, but I'm going to be welcoming her. And I really feel like she can go far in this because we were gymnasts together, for many, many years. So I'm really excited about her. She's part of one that I would want to be on my dream team. And I told her that. So I felt like she got excited that I saw her to be someone like that. So that was made a message chat with someone I see as a dream team prospect. Thanks, Amber. And then my goal is to be hitting SC like non-negotiable, like hitting it. And that is going to really come from me like setting out that time to message people constantly and really following up. I loved that. I didn't really get to listen to it all yet, Kelsey, because I didn't have my paper to take notes. But I really I'm going to go back and listen to it and take notes. But following up has really been like, I don't know, it's just so awesome. And yeah, it's all up in those follow-ups, y'all, in those private messages. And then so yeah, that's my goal by May, is just to keep hitting SC and then to turn the discount coaches into more business coaches. So I haven't set like the diamond goal yet. I don't know. I have to really, really sit down and I ask my family to pray more for me, because I really want to build this as a business and help with my family. And so I got my family praying for me now. And so I feel good about that. And then last thing, sorry guys, struggles is kind of what Amanda talked about, is the time management as I stay home, you know, with the kids. So I am trying to find that time to really get the work stuff in. I really, really want to plug in and be focused, have that really focused time. So, and I also want to be more like prepared and organized. Like I want to have my power hour type stuff printed out and check it off. Like I really want it like in my hand. I don't want it like on the computer or anything. I just want it in my hand. I want to be able to check it off. And because, you know, you guys, I don't know if y'all remember, I don't have like a laptop or a computer. So everything I do is from my phone. And it is like, can be so tough, especially going into the coach office and trying to find stuff all in the back. I know they have Coach Mobile, but like, it's just not the same as having the big coach office, like on the computer screen. Emails, everything gets to be a little bit more difficult on the phone. So that's my goal, is to get a laptop, a computer. And so, yeah, I just want to be more organized. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, yay. I'm done now. So I'm going to see who I can popcorn this over to, but I'm on my phone, so I don't really know how to see who's on here. Okay, there's Christy, Jesse. Oh, Jesse, do you want to do it now since it was your turn before? So go ahead and I'll give it over to you now.
Okay, you guys can hear me? Okay, so accomplishments. Don't do this. Accomplishments would be, I actually got several hours of personal development in this weekend from my drive. So I listened to GoPro, and then I started, I think I'm probably like 3/4 of the way through Present Over Perfect, which was really good for me personally. Like freaked me out. I'm like, oh my God, she's talking about me. So that was really good for me to just get me motivated. I'd kind of been putting off really listening to any of that kind of stuff. And so today I had my notebook with me, and I had like 4 ideas for posts written down before lunch. So I just felt like my mind's really in gear. Celebrations. I can't really think of anything. Things have been kind of quiet, but I guess I could say like going to Super Saturday was a celebration for me. I wasn't really interested in going to it last fall, and then January I kind of wanted to go, but I didn't want to travel in the winter, and so I didn't really commit to it. So that was really fun for me to finally show up and feel like, okay, what I'm doing is real. And then for tweaks, what's really frustrating me right now, and it's all my own doing, is that I really want to get a handful of posts actually written and ready to post, because I keep feeling like, oh, I'll do it in the evening after Addie goes to bed, and the evenings consistently are dicey, and I just really need to stop hoping that that's going to work, because it's not. So I need to set down, you know, like a couple hours, and I'm hoping to do it starting this weekend so that I have kind of a bank built up. I've got some good ideas for expanding my warm market, even though I actually still have plenty of my warm market to go through. So I'm planning on working on that right away. And then over the last few days, I think I'm finally ready to start doing the real coaching invites. I guess I'm just at a place now where I'm comfortable enough with what I've learned and what I'm doing and how I feel about the opportunity that I don't really feel like I have to try and fake it in my invitation. You know, I used to kind of feel like I gotta somehow sell this, I guess, but now I'm in a comfortable place where I feel like I don't have to make any part of it up, I guess. So I need to start doing that. And then my goals would be for April would be to hit Success Club 10 and get to Ruby. And then for May, Success Club 10 again and be a diamond by the end of that. How about, who hasn't gone yet? How about Faith?
Happy Tuesday. My goals are, I want to hit Success Club 15 and I want to have 8 new coaches. So Yeah, I know it's crazy, but that would be at 9. So I'm really working hard towards that. Accomplishments. This week I had someone that I talked to months and months ago. She's silently following my story. She finally messaged me and was like, I'm really connecting with what I've been sharing, and she wants to sign up. So she is in the process of signing up with the All Access Pass. So that's exciting, because sometimes I get frustrated that I put so much into my posts and I'm not getting anything back from it, but people are watching. So that made me feel better. Celebrations. For the past 3 weeks, I've been doing a newsletter for all my coaches, and someone suggested MailChimp, and I love it. It's just super simple. So I've really been liking that. And plus it helps me get my thoughts together too. I have one coach that actually wants to work the business, and all my coaches are discount coaches. So that made me feel so good that someone actually sees the opportunities, and it made me feel really good. And this one's thanks to Carla. I have signed up for Core to Force Live training, and I am so excited because I want to start teaching classes at my college, and I think that would really help bring the word out. And I'm just so excited about that opportunity. But okay, tweaks. 2 of my coaches are going inactive this month, but I actually planned for it so I can keep my rank. So I like doubled up on one side, but I want to try to get them active again. My invites this past week, I talked to some of you guys at Super Sunday, and I told you guys, like, this last week I've had no motivation to do invites, but I am back on track, and I have been doing invites this week, so I want to keep that up. Thanks to Jessie, I listened to that training by Emily Kirby. I really like her process for adding people, and I'm looking into the Google Streak because I think just the way my mind works, it works better with that. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to try to work on that. Price. I think that's always an objection we always get. But yeah, other than that, I'm just going to keep chipping away. Let's see, who hasn't gone? Jessica, have you gone?
No.
Okay.
I'll go. Sorry. Okay, can you guys hear me? Hi, I'm also on my phone here. Can you guys all hear me? Yeah? Thanks. Okay, so my goal for this month, well, for every month, like, I've decided that my goal is going to be just to hit SC10 at minimum and get 3 coaches. So that's my goal, like, forever, forever for right now. My accomplishments recently, I mean, just to be honest, like, showing up every day is an accomplishment for me right now. Like, showing up, I do my workout every day. I drink my Shakeology every day. I post in my challenge group every day. Try to get 2 to 3 posts up on Instagram and Facebook. Trying to keep the kind of promises that I've made on my accounts. Like, you know, Tuesday on my like page, I always want to post a Transformation Tuesday. So, like, always just being dedicated to getting that done. And then obviously, like, posting in my challenge groups, following up with everybody, like, just showing up and doing what I say I'm going to do. That's my huge accomplishment. Getting my lead generator up yesterday was like a big deal, because putting a little bit of thought into a post is difficult. And so I'll have my phone out, like, to the notes page, like, all day, and I'll just be like, and then, like, go to do something, and then, you know, as I'm thinking. So yeah, also, you know, I also don't have a computer, so I feel like I've been limited by that as well, but I'm just trying to power through it. Celebrations, like, I celebrate everything, you guys. Like, I could go right now on for, like, I could list 1,000 things to celebrate. My challenge group, my ladies are amazing. They make me happy every day. Super Saturday was amazing. I got to meet 3 of our team members, which was so cool. Gosh, like, yeah, I just feel like I want to celebrate everything. My coaches are, like, engaged, and they want to try to work the business. They're hesitant, but they're engaged. So that makes me really happy. And just the fact that, like, I feel like I'm getting a lot of no's, but I made my list of my dream team. And the fact that some of those people have responded, and like they're people I genuinely want to be around and have in my group and be talking to. So that's created joy in my life because I'm talking to people, they're messaging me and having conversation with people that I genuinely want to talk to, like on a personal level as well as like on a coaching level. So those are all my celebrations. I'm sure there's more. I get excited about pretty much anything. I'm like a 5-year-old when it comes to that. I'm like, yay. So anyways, my tweaks have a lot, but one thing I've noticed as I'm private messaging people is I am beach body barfing like a lot, and I need to stop. I need to be more concise and more informative because I'm getting weird feedback that leads me to think people are misunderstanding me. Like, you know, people reply, you know, like, that's just a protein shake. I'm not interested in a protein shake. Or I already know how to eat right, so I don't want to spend money on that. And so my thought is that I'm probably not giving enough of the right information in a small like amount of time. So I definitely need to work on my follow-up, like people that have like my lead generators, having that script a little bit better. Setting time aside for work instead of just working kind of all day. I feel like I'm working all day, but then I feel like I'm not working all day. And so I really feel like I'm at the point in my business, and my husband agrees that I need to set aside, like, even if it's just 30 minutes, like a little chunk of time to feel like my list is made, I'm making progress on my list, and now I can put it away and focus on other things. My daughter has ballet on Monday, so you guys might think I'm weird. I post my lead generator on Monday. The reason is because my oldest daughter has ballet, and my husband comes home early and lets me take her by myself. So I have like an hour of time on my phone during ballet to work, and so that's when I get my lead generator done, because Sunday is crazy. And then getting organized. I tried to hop on Google Streak. I got confused because I'm on my phone and I feel like I'm an old fart. So I'm doing Kelsey's paper method with her notebook, and I think that's going to work great for me. So that's my goal. It's like have my follow-ups a little bit more succinct, set time aside to work, and get organized, because I am definitely getting to the point where my follow-ups are all over the place. Like my messages are on Instagram and email and all that stuff. Yes, the notebook, I'm loving it. That's like, I'm a paper gal. I want to like Google Streak. I want to do that, but I don't think that it's maybe for me. Yes, in a notebook. Yeah. But I feel like I've been getting it all in, everything I need to get in. I just feel like my brain is cluttered at the end of the day because it's not set aside and it's not done in a methodical way. So I'm really going to work on that, and just keep doing more of what I'm doing, keep showing up. So let me hand it over to Amanda Kirk Barrett. Has not gone yet, right? Amanda Barrett, are you still on?
Okay. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So fun meeting you this weekend, Jessie. Let's see. My goals, my goal from here on out basically is SC10 every month. And my goal for this month is 4 new coaches. I needed one more, but I had one of my coaches cancel, which I knew she told me she was going to do. So I was super sad, but she hasn't been working the business for a while. And so, yeah. So anyways, I need 4 new coaches. I want two under me and 2 under Brian. And then, so my ultimate goal is to be Ruby by the end of this month, and then Diamond by the end of May, because May 30th is my birthday. So it'd be really awesome to end my birthday month with being Diamond. Let's see, accomplishments. I have been much more consistent about my invites. I've been inviting at least 2 coaches a day, which is huge for me because I've always been so afraid of what people are going to say to me and like think I'm being silly or that it's a crazy opportunity, you know. And actually the responses I've gotten back, even though most of them have been no's, have been really good. I mean, almost everyone, there's a couple of people out, but almost everyone has responded really nicely and said, oh, thank you for thinking of me, but I, just not interested right now. So I will follow back up with them maybe next month. But celebrations. Okay, so my main celebration is my mom is finally working out every single day, which is so awesome. Like a year in, she's finally like getting it, and she's doing it every day, and she's finally like doing Shakeology. And she called me the other day and she's like, I had my shake and I actually didn't crave sugar like I normally do. And I'm like, yes, I've only been trying to tell you that for a year. So that's like huge for me. And then I actually have been talking to the lady that delivers the mail at my mom's office in person, which is huge for me because I can do the like online thing, but the in-person thing always terrifies me. And she told me she's going to order Shakeology on Home Direct. So hopefully she does do that. So anyways, that was my celebrations right now. My tweaks is I feel like I need to work more with my coaches because they all are interested in working the business, but I don't think they're really all implementing it. So I want to work more with them, but I have the awesome opportunity of working with Jill and Hillary because we have like kind of formed this little team, and we're going to start doing team calls and hopefully get some of the coaches going. And I need to, I think, start reaching out a little bit more to my cold market because my warm market is kind of finally, I think, mainly done. And I think I need to work on the notebook system. I tried Teamsy, but I'm just not consistently home enough. We spend a lot of time in the car and driving and here and there, and I just don't consistently have my laptop and stuff. So the notebook system, I think, is going to be a better option for me right now. And I think that's it. So let's see. Who hasn't gone yet? Ashley, have you gone?
Okay. Like Christy said, we talked about the ACT Saturday during our coffee talk with a couple coaches. So not much has changed. My accomplishments for this month, actually here on out, I've been starting a lot of conversations, and before, when I would start conversations, it would just end, and I wasn't asking questions near enough. And so now I always make sure to end with a question, and I'm getting a lot more responses from people that are interested. They're not necessarily interested in all access, but I am getting some people to sign up for the free 30-day trial. So they're kind of getting their feet wet. And let's see, celebrations. I run a challenge group with Mallory, and the past couple challenge groups that we've ran, it's been like crickets. We've been having to private message everyone. No one's really been participating, but this past month, we've gotten a lot of people participating, and I don't think we've changed much. I mean, I was talking to Mallory last night, and I feel like we were using a bunch of scripts and turning them around to sound like us, but I feel like maybe we were writing out too much, and people don't want to read all that stuff. They just want a simple encouragement a day or motivation a day and move on. Check in with our workout, Shakeology. So we've been having a lot of people check in more with our challenge groups. My tweaks, I'm trying to get my husband signed up. I've had him watch all the videos, and I think I'm super close. So that'll really help a lot when he signs up. I'll do it. He's very stubborn, but I'm going to get him to do it. And at the end of May is my coach-iversary, my 1-year coach-iversary. So I want to be diamond by the end of May. That's my huge goal. What else? Oh, something else that I want to tweak is definitely business hours. Before, when people would message me, I felt like I had to immediately like respond. And now I found this past week, I'll go ahead and message like 20 people, just checking in with them or doing my follow-ups. Then I'll put my phone down and tell the kids to take a nap. And then I do my work hours then. Because I noticed, especially my 3-year-old, he was noticing I was on my phone a lot. And he was saying, Mommy, come play with me. Mommy, play catch. And I was the mom saying, in a minute, in a minute, in a minute. And so I'm really trying to work on scheduling my hours around my kids' schedule. And what else? I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to pass it to Mallory. I know you have a lot of accomplishments.
So first of all, my goals for April, I just on a whim like I was at Success Club 6 earlier today, and then I hit Success Club 8 this afternoon when I finally bit the bullet and signed my hubby up. So my goal, I have about 3 maybes right now. I could probably even push 4. So my goal is Success Club 14. And then also I would like to get 2 of my participants right now who are on Shakeology. Several of them didn't want to sign up as coaches until they tried out Shakeology because they're so caught up on that $15 a month coach fee. So we talked about it on Saturday, kind of a different way of wording it. So I'm hoping that I can get at least 2 of them signed up as coaches. So my accomplishments this month so far, obviously the Success Club. And then I signed my hubby up. That's another accomplishment. I don't know why I was so nervous to do that, but I just did it. And then celebrating, I went Emerald on Sunday, finally, and it was so funny. I was like, I had one coach sign up under me, and then I had mentioned it to another girl probably 3 weeks ago at least, and I was just sitting there Sunday night looking at my back office like, not really thinking about it, and then I looked down and it said one new personally sponsored coach, and I was like, what? So she called and she got it figured out to where she signed up as a coach. Like she didn't even tell me about it or anything. So I sent Ashley a message. I was like, I think I just went Emerald. I'm not really sure, but I think I did. So I switched some things around, and that's when I got my husband signed up. So that was exciting. I feel like I'm finally putting some pieces together and actually getting things moving. So also celebrate, it's not really a celebration, but Super Saturday was freaking awesome. Like, I don't know what I expected to get out of it. And I don't know what I expected it to be, but I think I was very intimidated because I think I was fully expecting to like have to put on my super cute workout clothes and show up with all these other super buff like fitness people, and I was like, oh great, well I've been working out for like 6 months straight. I'm not super ripped, but so I think it was kind of intimidating. And then I got there, and one of the first things we did was celebrate. I'm sure you guys all know, but we celebrated like weight loss stories and everything. I'm not kidding. I had like goosebumps. I had tears in my eyes. I was like, everyone is cheering. Like, all of these people are coaches just because they wanted to better themselves. And that's like one of my main reasons I wanted to do this. And it just like, and then like names just started popping in my head of everybody that I wanted to experience as so bad. So it was just like mind blowing to me. And then honestly, I was kind of like, oh cool, Carl Diker. I mean, I guess that's exciting. But then like to hear him talk as the CEO, that sounds really bad. I'm sorry. I should respect the CEO, but I just wasn't really that pumped. But then to hear him talk and not hear him talk in a way that it was like, yeah, we really need to be pushing this new sale. And it just didn't feel like he was in it to better himself and his company. It was like he was in it to help people. And it was just like, it just gave me every great feeling of this whole company, and it just gave me peace that working towards this goal and working with Beachbody is exactly the tool that I needed to accomplish what I wanted to do to help people. So that was just really nice. So it was completely not what I expected and completely blown my mind. So moving forward, I guess going off of that, we're kind of waiting for some answers right now on if my husband gets or got into med school. We're on a waiting list, and it's we should hear hopefully in May. So with that, I really want to go to Summit now that I went to Super Saturday, but the timing of that is going to be crazy. We'd have to move. So selling a house and packing up and moving and everything and having to go to Summit and getting to go to Summit, I think it's just going to be super hectic. So I'm trying to wait as long as I can to make that decision, but I really want to try to make that happen. Another moving forward, I get really bad in this. I'm at Success Club 8, and I kind of just want to like sit back and relax for the rest of the month. I know, Kelsey. I know. I'm getting there. I just have to keep telling myself that you have to keep inviting, because the only reason why the Success Club 8 happened so far this month is because of the invites I was doing last month. So that's just, I've got to keep that in my head, and I got to keep just steady and accepting the Success Club points as they come. So also on I think it was in our coffee talk on Saturday, we talked about in our challenge groups offering kind of an incentive, even just like a $5 gift card to Starbucks to our current challenge group participants. And if they refer anybody or any coaches that, or anybody that they want to refer or whatever. So I plan to do that at the end of this month as well. So was I supposed to say my goals for May? I forget. But it's crazy to think that Diamond is even in the picture. Like I really didn't expect it to be there. So it's a goal of maybe in May. I don't know. I like to reach my goals, so I don't want to set it too big, but it's crazy to think that it's even there. So I think that's it. I don't know. Has anybody not gone? I got on kind of late. So Bueller, no. Okay.
Hasn't gone.
I haven't gone. Sorry,
Okay, sorry.
I also done late. So my accomplishments. I also had like an amazing time at Super Saturday. In Minnesota. Carl came, and it was just like Mallory said, it was so much like heartwarming to hear him not just sit there and like push these new products that are coming out, but also to genuinely care about each and every one of us and who we are as coaches and the customer and their transformation in the end. So that was amazing, and it really like got me thinking about everything. And Molly Aspen, I think I'm saying her last name right, she I don't know if you guys saw her on the Beachbody Champion page today, but she is like gold, like just amazing. And she spoke at ours as well. And her kind of story was that she went to, oh, don't worry, I'm going somewhere with this, but she went from she decided one day at just making $500 a week at Emerald that she was going to quit her job and travel the country with her husband. And I just sat in my chair and I was like, oh my God, like this lady is like crazy. Like she just decided to like up and leave her life. And I thought, well, that's what this is. Like, you just have to decide one day to like do it. So I've been putting off follow-ups because I've been so stuck in like my, like, oh, how am I going to like respond to these people? And is this going to be the right wording? So thank you so much, Kelsey, for doing that training the other day. Cause I sat in my couch yesterday for 3 hours and did 103 follow-ups. So that is my accomplishment. I've been putting it off for like 10 days. So usually I do 10 a day. And so I followed up on all these people, and I had one girl that reached out to me, and she ended up calling me, and she was crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? And she's like, oh, you're exactly like what I needed to hear right now. I need this accountability on my journey. She'd be doing Weight Watchers, and this is like my celebration. I was like, oh my gosh, like I took time out of my day to finally like do something to follow up in like a genuinely way and just reword my stuff, and it truly like helped somebody. So she's signing up tomorrow as a discount coach.
And then my other celebration this week is I got out of my like total like comfort zone and spoke to someone in person, a lady that used to order Shakeology that I work with at our other plant. She had talked about it with me last summer, and I was like still way too new, and I was kind of like, yeah, no, I don't really like know what to say to you, or know anything about this like amazing superfood. But I started to talk to her about it back in January, and she's also signing up as a discount coach tomorrow too. So I'm like, oh, sweet, this is like happening. So my goal from this month forward is to hit Success Club 10, as well as get a minimum of 2 to 3 coaches. So that's my goal. And then my tweaks is mainly get over my fear of presenting the business and inviting. Usually I kind of hold back because I don't want to come off too salesy or too spammy, or like I'm like pushing this on somebody. I want to make sure I word it correctly, that it's truly what they want to do and what they feel called to do. So, and I also want to get better at doing live videos. I get very like flustered when I have to do a live video. So I'm working on like practicing more in like the Zoom calls that we do with groups, as well as writing out kind of a script so I have talking points. So my goal is to start doing 3 per week. And I think that's everything. Oh, and I hope to hit Diamond by the end of May. That's kind of when my 1-year anniversary is as well. So I'm like, perfect timing. And I don't know if, and I also jumped on late as well, so I don't know if anybody has let to go. Does anybody still have yet to go?
I haven't gone yet.
Emily, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect.
Go ahead, Kim.
So I'll go quick because I know it's getting late. But my accomplishment this month, I think, is I finally got on the leadership ladder, which I still don't fully know if I know what that is. But I'm on there, so that's pretty cool. And my celebration is my challenge groups have just been really, really, really engaged and really fun and really interactive. And so the momentum from last month going into this month with some of the new people coming in has been exciting. And it feels good to know that if I can continue with these people and continue moving forward with this kind of stuff, then hopefully this momentum will just continue, because people will just expect that that's the norm in the group with this kind of interaction. And I know that there's going to be crickets here and there, but I'm just really excited right now because I've got everyone posting their sweaty selfies and their shakes and all that stuff and offering incentives for it. So it's been great. So my big goal is if I can hit Success Club this month, I will earn my ticket to Summit. If I can go or not yet, I still don't know. My in-laws live out of town, and that's the one weekend that they're here to see us for the year. So we'll see if I can make that happen or not. But my tweaks, I think I'm still really struggling with time management, trying to figure out where my pockets are and how to most effectively use that time, how to not get caught up in scrolling, how to not get lost in trying to remember who I'm supposed to be contacting and when. I've been using Teamsy, and like other people are saying, I'm not finding it effective. It's more work for me to get on and log everything that I've done. I think I need to, I'm excited to watch Kelsey's training on the notebook because I'm very much a paper and pen person. So I think that's going to be a better route for me. So just the tweaks on that. I want this so bad and I want to work it so hard, yet not neglecting my kids or my family or my housework. And I'm just feeling pulled in a lot of really different directions. So I'm hoping to find some balance. And I would say too that Molly's talk at Summit was really cool. And just when she said, she just started by saying she didn't have a story. She felt like she didn't have a story. She was just this average person living an average life. And there was not a huge weight loss goal, and some family wasn't behind her. Her story really resonated with me to the point that I was crying at it and like wiping my tears because it felt like silly to be crying because she's so amazing. But it was just such an awesome weekend with everybody and with the team and to get to know everybody. So getting so many tips from people on how to do time management and run effective groups and try new things was really great. So just trying to implement that and really work that this month. I want to hit Success Club. I just feel like at this point, I just want to keep hitting it every month, that there should be no excuse and no reason why I don't hit it every month. I actually do really well talking verbally, and I've been talking to a lot of my clients in my chair at the salon and have a few of them signed up with me. I actually struggle more with the emails and the text messages. I wish I could just talk to everybody face to face all the time. It would be so much easier that way for me. So just trying to, figure it all out still. And I have yet to really done an invite on the coaching side of it because I've only been coaching for 2 months. So I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it out. So to try to even get coaches under me and explain that, I don't know that I have my wording yet. I have a few people and I know the list of people that I want. So just continually planting those seeds with them and hope that something grows from that soon is my excitement. And I am still determined, though, I want to hit diamond by the end of this summer. So it's going to happen. Anybody else? Sorry, I should have.
Go ahead, Emily.
Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to go in the other room. Hang on. Okay, everybody's kind of in bed at my house, but now I'm back up. So, let's see. Goals would be to hit diamond by my anniversary on May 27th. I've been trying to hit diamond since September. It's been 1 step forward and 3 step back every single month. That's the way it's been. 1 step forward and 3 steps back. But, I've just kind of learned that it's all in God's timing, and the right people will come along. And I've learned that with some of those people that I kind of extended the opportunity to early as discount coaches, didn't necessarily believe, have that inborn faith, as far as like in the business and in the product. And so they, didn't have any interest in sharing anything with anybody as far as like even their experience in the challenge group, and then jumped ship, a couple months later. So that's kind of been something that I learned as far as building the business and getting to diamond. Accomplishments, I made it to Minnesota and back. I mean, really? The whole situation with the airlines and no crew and no pilots, and anyways, we made it there and back, and it was awesome. And being able to have just the faith and the courage to extend the invitation to Carrie, who came with me. She's not a working coach. She's just a discount coach. And, kind of one of those things of just like, she was the one that God said, hey, take her with you. And so hopefully with that, her eyes were opened, her kind of fire was lit. And when we got back, I said, hey, you going to Summit with me? And she said, I'm going to check my vacation days and see what we can do. So that was super exciting. I got back to Success Club 0 while we were there. I sold a challenge pack while we were at dinner. And I say got back to 0 because I had somebody return a challenge pack, and I ended up with negative points. So I'm back to 0. So that was something to celebrate, and an accomplishment. As far as other celebrations goes, our challenge group is doing really great, like everybody else is. And I'm finally seeing some of my discount coaches really step up, and really be a whole lot more engaged as compared to in previous months. So that's exciting. As far as tweaks go, it's got to be just being consistent with my power hours. And it's because, one day I'll get, like today, I worked a 12-hour shift at the hospital. I left my house at 5 a.m. I got back at 8:30. And so I, bare minimum as far as business building activities. And that was, my workout, my shake, my personal development, and checking into my challenge group. Did I reply? I don't think I replied to like any other messages or anything. Just because my focus had to be on, that job today. And then tomorrow I'm home. So I'll have, try to do some massive action. And so this is kind of how things go for me right now, as far as like, business building stuff. It's just a roller coaster up and down. And so I know I've got to make my line more consistent and uphill and not so much of a roller coaster. Forgetting anything?
No, that was great.
Commerce, celebration tactics. Yeah. So that's kind of where I am.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, honey. Kelsey, do you want to talk really quick? I'll plan to go live tomorrow to show you guys the email thing because it's late. But do you want to talk real quick in closing just about how we're starting? He needs to go to just potty. About how to, what we started today with MIA, and then the deep service before we close, Kels.
Yeah, so basically Amber and I both invested in MIA, which is Shalene's Marketing Impact Academy. And so we invested. It was a good chunk of change, but we are fully in this to figure out, how to really market ourselves and put ourselves out there on social media as coaches, and to feel like we're not selling, because none of us on this call want to sell, right? We really just want to help people. And so to do that in a way that doesn't come across salesy is just really what our goal is to do. And she talked today in our video about surfacey service versus deep service, and how we can really, I don't have my notebook here with me. I didn't know I was going to talk on this, but if we can get deeper into serving other people, like really deep, then they just want to work with us. Amber, I don't have my notebook right with me. Otherwise, I feel like if I miss something, just let me know. But basically, like, surfacey serving is just, people have a lot more questions. They want to do their own research. They're not as confident in their decision. But when you're really deep with them on your social media page, they can get to know you. They like and trust you. Your influence is up. And so they want to just act. They're ready to commit. They're ready to go all in with you because they want to work with you. Oh, I sent these notes to Dean because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So he just sent this phone. I said, the quotes that I wrote down was, when you serve people deep, they take action fast. When you serve people on the surface, they still need to do more research. We serve people deep, you find your lifers, which builds trust, and that's called influence. It's hard for people to be successful. That's you and I. It's hard for us to be successful when we're trying to please everyone who isn't like us. So it's hard for us to be successful if we're trying to please everybody. We really need to narrow in on who we are as a person and just put it out there, because that's when we're going to attract other people like us, and that's when we'll become successful. But not only that, but we'll help other people become successful in their fitness journey, with their own business, all those other things, because you're going to attract people who not only are like you, but think like you. And so it's just, the whole process will go a lot more smooth. So
yeah. So when you're on social media, think about how you can be serving people there, kind of thinking through, like, how would you, like, they want to know what you're going to be like as a coach. So kind of coach them before you're their official coach by just adding value to their lives. All right, well, it's late. We'll let you guys go. I'll go live in Real Women Conquer tomorrow and go over the MailChimp, how to set up an email list, because it's kind of confusing, and I'd rather save you guys time instead of having to figure it all out on your own. So thank you so much for giving us your time and hanging in there so that everyone could have a chance to share. Really appreciate it, guys. All right, talk to you later.
Bye.